They want you to break. They want you to scream. They want you to lose control so they can watch you crumble and feel superior. Every insult, every betrayal, every moment they tried to destroy you, they did it for one reason: to see you react, to see you suffer. And the moment you give them that reaction, you lose. You hand them your power on a silver platter. You become their entertainment, their validation, their proof that they got to you. The best revenge is no reaction. Not because you're weak, not because you're scared, but because you're powerful enough to deny them what they came for. Your anger, your attention, these things are currency, and you just learned to stop spending them on people who don't deserve a single second of your energy. Listen to me carefully. The world is full of predators, not the physical kind, the psychological kind. People who feed on your emotional reactions. They poke, they prod, they push buttons because they're empty inside. They need your response to fill the void in their pathetic existence. When you react, you feed them. When you stay silent, you starve them. And there's no torture more effective than watching a predator slowly realize their prey has evolved beyond their reach. You think ignoring someone is passive. You think silence is surrender. You're wrong. Silence is the most aggressive weapon you have. It's a statement. It says you're so far above their level that acknowledging them would be a waste of breath. It says they don't matter. And nothing destroys a person more than being treated like they're invisible, like they're irrelevant, like they're already forgotten. People spend their entire lives chasing validation. They need to know they made an impact, even if that impact is negative, even if they hurt you. They just need to know they mattered enough to affect you. When you give them nothing, you erase them. You delete their significance. You turn their greatest effort into empty air. That's power, real power. Think about the people who wronged you, the ones who lied, the ones who betrayed you, the ones who talked behind your back while smiling to your face. What did they want? They wanted drama. They wanted you to confront them, to fight, to create a scene they could use to paint you as the villain. They set the trap, and most people walk right into it. They explode. They defend themselves. They try to prove their point, and in doing so, they give the betrayer exactly what they wanted. A show, but you're different now. You see the game. You understand that engagement is exactly what they're fishing for, so you do the one thing they never expected. Nothing. You say nothing. You do nothing. You give them the ghost treatment, and it drives them insane, because now they're left with their own guilt, their own conscience, their own pathetic actions echoing in the silence you created. There's no distraction, no argument to hide behind, just them and the mirror you held up by refusing to engage. This isn't about being passive. This is about being strategic. This is about understanding that your energy is finite and valuable. Every minute you spend reacting to someone who disrespected you is a minute you could have spent building yourself, creating, growing, dominating. You think successful people got where they are by responding to every troll, every hater, every jealous nobody who tried to tear them down. No, they built empires while their enemies shouted into the void. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own. More valuable than money. More valuable than time. Because where your attention goes, your energy follows. And where your energy goes, your life follows. When you give attention to negativity, you water weeds. You make poison grow in the garden of your mind. When you withdraw that attention and redirect it toward your goals, toward your growth, toward your purpose, you become unstoppable. People will test you. They'll say things designed to get under your skin. They'll disrespect you in ways that make your blood boil. And in that moment, you'll feel the urge to retaliate, to defend your honor, to put them in their place. That urge is natural. It's human, but it's also a trap. Because the moment you respond, You've admitted they got to you. You've shown weakness. You've proven they have power over your emotional state. And once they know they can control you with words, they'll never stop. But when you don't react, something shifts. They try again. Harder this time, more desperate. Still nothing from you. They escalate. They involve others. They spread rumors. They do everything they can to provoke you. And still, you remain a stone cold, unmoved, unbreakable. Eventually, they break themselves against you. They exhaust their ammunition. They look foolish. They expose their own toxicity to everyone watching. And you didn't have to say a word. You won by doing nothing. This is the essence of Stoic power. The ancient philosophers understood this. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They taught that you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And the greatest response to malice is indifference. Not fake indifference, real indifference. The kind that comes from genuine detachment. From understanding that their opinion of you is none of your business. From knowing that your worth isn't determined by their judgment. You've been hurt before. Deeply. By people you trusted. By people you loved. And those wounds left scars. But scars are proof you survived. Proof you're stronger than whatever tried to destroy you. The question is, what are you going to do with that strength? Are you going to use it to chase revenge in the traditional sense? To plot and scheme and try to hurt them back? Or are you going to use it to become so powerful, so successful, so untouchable that they become a footnote in your story? A minor character who briefly appeared and then faded into irrelevance. Real revenge isn't violence. It isn't public humiliation. It isn't exposing their secrets or destroying their reputation. Those things might feel good in the moment, but they keep you connected to them. They keep you in the mud. Real revenge is elevation. It's becoming so much better than you were. When they knew you, that they can't even recognize the person you've become. It's success so loud that they hear about it from mutual friends. It's happiness so genuine that it makes them question every lie they told themselves about you. And the beautiful part, you don't do it for them, you do it for you. They're just collateral damage, witnesses to your transformation, reminders of what you left behind. When they see you thriving, unbothered, completely moved on, it destroys them in ways confrontation never could. Because it proves they didn't matter. Their betrayal didn't break you, it refined you. No reaction doesn't mean no feeling. You're allowed to feel anger, pain, disappointment. You're human, but you don't broadcast those feelings to the person who caused them. You process them privately. You use them as fuel. You transform them into motivation. Every time you want to send that message, make that call, post that subliminal, you stop. You redirect that energy into a workout, into your business, into your art, into anything that builds you up instead of dragging you back down. This is discipline. This is self-mastery. This is the difference between boys and men, between victims and warriors. Anyone can react. That's easy. That's instinct. But to feel disrespected and choose silence, to be provoked and choose peace, to be attacked and choose elevation, that takes strength most people will never possess. The hardest part isn't ignoring strangers. It's ignoring people who once meant everything to you. The friend who stabbed you in the back. The partner who betrayed your trust. The family member who chose sides against you. These wounds cut deeper because you gave them access. You let them in. You showed them the vulnerable parts of yourself, and they used that knowledge as a weapon. When someone close betrays you, the urge to react is overwhelming. You want them to know how much they hurt you. You want them to feel guilty. You want them to understand the damage they caused. So, you confront them. You send the long text. You make the emotional phone call. You lay out everything they did wrong, hoping for an apology, hoping for acknowledgement, hoping for closure. And what do you get? Excuses, defensiveness, Gaslighting, they twist your words, they make you the villain, they deny reality, and you walk away feeling worse than before. This is why no reaction is essential. Because closure is a myth. You're not going to get it from them. They're not capable of giving you what you need. If they were, they wouldn't have betrayed you in the first place. People who wrong you are operating from a place of selfishness, insecurity, or outright malice. They're not suddenly going to become self-aware and give you the apology you deserve. They're going to protect their ego. They're going to justify their actions. They're going to make you question your own sanity. So you cut the cord. Completely. No explanation. No final confrontation. No closure conversation. You just disappear from their life like they never existed. And this is where it gets psychological. Because humans are wired to seek patterns and conclusions. When you deny them that conclusion, when you leave them with unanswered questions, their mind goes into overdrive. They wonder what you're thinking. They wonder if you hate them. They wonder if you even think about them at all. And that uncertainty eats them alive. You see, confrontation gives them data. It tells them exactly where they stand with you. It gives them something to work with, something to rationalize, something to dismiss. But silence is ambiguous. It could mean anything. It could mean you're devastated, or it could mean you're so over it that they're not even worth a response. And that ambiguity is torture. Because deep down, every person who wrongs someone else knows what they did. They might not admit it publicly. They might not even admit it to themselves, but they know. And your silence forces them to sit with that knowledge. There's a reason why the silent treatment is considered one of the most painful forms of psychological warfare. It removes validation. It removes engagement. It removes the connection entirely. And humans need connection, even negative connection, to feel like they exist in someone's world. When you go completely silent, you erase them from your world. You communicate without words that they are dead to you. Not in an angry way, not in a spiteful way, just in a factual, neutral, permanent way. This is where most people fail. They go silent for a week, maybe a month, but then they break. They see a post on social media. They hear something through mutual friends. The anger resurfaces, and they react. They comment. They subtweet. They make it obvious they're still affected. And just like that, all the power they built through silence evaporates. Because the other person now knows they still have real estate in your head. They still matter. They can still push your buttons. True power is sustained indifference. Not the kind you have to remind yourself of daily. The kind that becomes automatic. Where you genuinely stop caring. Where their name could come up in conversation and you feel nothing. Not anger, not sadness, not even satisfaction. Just nothing. That's the goal. That's freedom. That's when you've truly moved on. But how do you get there? How do you reach that level of genuine detachment when everything in you wants to react? You start by understanding the why. Why did they do what they did? Not because you're making excuses for them, but because understanding their motivation strips away the personal sting. Most betrayal isn't about you. It's about them. Their insecurities, their weaknesses, their character flaws. They didn't betray you because you deserved it. They betrayed you because that's who they are. That's what they do. You just happen to be in the line of fire. When you realize this, something shifts. You stop taking it personally. You see them as a scorpion that stung you because stinging is what scorpions do. You don't hate the scorpion. You don't seek revenge against the scorpion. You just learn not to pick up scorpions. You learn to recognize them earlier. You learn to protect yourself better, and you move on. The scorpion is still a scorpion, but now you're wiser, stronger, more selective about who you let close. This perspective is liberation. Because when you stop taking betrayal personally, you stop giving it power over you. You stop replaying the moments in your head. You stop asking yourself what you could have done differently. You accept that some people are just broken. Some people are just users. Some people are just incapable of loyalty, and that's their burden to carry, not yours. Now let's talk about the people watching. Because there are always people watching. Mutual friends, coworkers, family members. They see how you handle disrespect. They see how you respond to betrayal. And they're forming opinions. When you react with drama, with anger, with public call-outs, they see weakness. They see someone who can be manipulated, someone who can be baited, someone who's still controlled by their emotions. But when you handle it with silence, when you just remove yourself and keep building, they see strength. They see maturity. They see someone who's operating on a different level. This matters because your reputation is built not just on your successes, but on how you handle adversity. Anyone can be gracious when things are going well. The real test is how you act when someone tries to tear you down. Do you descend to their level? Or do you stay elevated? Do you engage in the mud fight? Or do you walk away clean? The people worth having in your life will notice. They'll respect the restraint. They'll recognize the power. And the ones who don't, they were never your people anyway. There's also a practical element to this. When you don't react, you don't give your enemy ammunition. Every response you make can be twisted. Every emotion you show can be used against you. Every word you say can be taken out of context and spread around. But silence can't be weaponized. There's nothing to screenshot, nothing to gossip about, nothing to twist into a narrative. You become a blank wall they keep throwing paint at, and none of it sticks. This is especially critical in the digital age. Everything is recorded. Everything is permanent. One angry message sent in a moment of weakness can follow you for years. One emotional outburst captured on video can define how people see you. But if you consistently refuse to engage, if you consistently take the high road, you build a reputation as someone who can't be rattled, someone who's in control, someone who's dangerous not because they're aggressive, but because they're disciplined. Discipline is the root of all power. The discipline to train your body, the discipline to educate your mind, the discipline to control your tongue, the discipline to manage your emotions, and the discipline to ignore people who don't deserve your energy. This is what separates the great from the mediocre. Not talent, not luck, discipline. The ability to do what's necessary, even when every fiber of your being wants to do something else. When someone disrespects you, and you feel that surge of rage, that's the moment. That's the test. Your body is screaming for release. Your ego is demanding satisfaction. Your emotions are pulling you toward confrontation. And in that moment you pause, you breathe, you remember who you're becoming. You remember your goals. You remember that this person, this situation, this moment of disrespect is nothing compared to the empire you're building. And you let it go. Not because they deserve mercy, but because you deserve peace. This is where transformation happens, in the space between the wound and your response. In that gap, you have a choice. You can fill it with revenge plots and angry energy, or you can fill it with work, with progress, with self-improvement so intense that 6 months from now, you're unrecognizable. Not just to them, to yourself. The people who hurt you are expecting a reaction. They're watching your social media. They're asking mutual friends about you. They're waiting for you to crack. And every day that passes without a response makes them more uncomfortable, more paranoid, more aware that they miscalculated. They thought you'd crumble. They thought you'd chase them. They thought you'd give them the satisfaction of knowing they got under your skin. But you disappeared. You went ghost. And now they're the ones losing sleep. This is the power shift. You're no longer the victim in their story. You're the mystery, the question mark, the one who got away without a scratch. At least, that's what they see. What they don't see is the work you're doing behind the scenes. The late nights, the early mornings, the pain you're converting into purpose. They don't see you in the gym pushing past your limits. They don't see you building your business. They don't see you reading, learning, evolving. They just see silence, and that silence is louder than anything you could say. Real revenge is becoming so focused on your mission that you forget they exist. Not pretend to forget. Actually forget. You wake up one day and realize you haven't thought about them in weeks. Their name doesn't trigger you anymore. Their face doesn't appear in your thoughts. You're so consumed with becoming better that they've been pushed out entirely. That's when you know you've won. Not when you hurt them back. When you've healed so completely that they no longer occupy space in your consciousness. But let's be clear about something. This isn't about suppression. This isn't about pretending you're not hurt when you are. That's toxic. That's denial. That's how you create internal damage that manifests later. Feel everything. Process everything. Just do it privately, in your journal, in therapy, with people you trust. Cry if you need to cry. Rage if you need to rage. But do it away from the person who caused it. Don't give them the privilege of witnessing your pain. That's for you to work through and transform into strength. There's an ancient concept called transmutation. Taking one form of energy and converting it into another. Lead into gold. Pain into power. Every feeling of betrayal can be transmuted into determination. Every moment of disrespect can be transmuted into discipline. Every memory of being underestimated can be transmuted into unstoppable drive. This is alchemy. This is how you turn your worst experiences into your greatest fuel. Think about everyone who doubted you. Everyone who laughed. Everyone who said you'd never amount to anything. They gave you a gift, even if they didn't mean to. They gave you motivation that comfort never could. Comfortable people rarely achieve greatness. They have no reason to push, no fire driving them forward. But you have names, you have faces, you have memories of being dismissed. And every time you want to quit, you remember them. And you keep going. This is why some of the most successful people have origin stories filled with rejection and betrayal. They were told no so many times that yes became inevitable. They were pushed down so many times that standing tall became their default state. They were hurt so deeply that they built armor made of discipline and focus. And when they finally made it, when they finally reached the top, the people who wronged them were still at the bottom, still talking, still hating, still irrelevant. Your success is the best middle finger you can give, not success performed for their benefit. Success achieved despite them. Success so real, so tangible, so undeniable that even they can't dismiss it. And the beautiful irony is that by the time you reach that level, you won't care about showing them anything. You won't be thinking about them at all. You'll be too busy living the life they said you couldn't have. This is long-term thinking. Most people want immediate revenge. They want to clap back right now. They want instant satisfaction. But instant satisfaction fades. It's empty calories. It gives you a momentary high and then leaves you feeling hollow. Strategic revenge, revenge through elevation, takes time. It requires patience. It requires faith in yourself and your process. But the payoff is permanent. It's not a moment. It's a lifetime. It's building something so solid that nobody can touch it. No reaction also means no explanation. You don't owe anyone insight into your silence. You don't need to justify why you cut them off. You don't need to announce your departure. You just leave, quietly, completely. And if they're confused about why, that's their problem to solve. You're not a teacher. You're not responsible for their emotional education. You're responsible for protecting your peace and pursuing your purpose. People will ask you about it. They'll want the drama. They'll try to pull information out of you. And you'll smile. You'll say something neutral. And you'll change the subject. Because engaging with gossip, even to defend yourself, is still engagement. It's still giving energy to something that doesn't deserve it. Your real friends, the ones who matter, will understand without explanation. The rest, they're just spectators looking for entertainment. Don't perform for them. There's profound power in mystery. When you're an open book, people think they know you. They think they've figured you out. They think they can predict your moves. But when you become selective with your energy, when you stop explaining yourself, when you move in silence, you become unpredictable. Dangerous. Interesting. People can't help but pay attention to someone they can't quite figure out. And attention is influence. Influence is power. But here's the most important part. The reason this works isn't just psychological warfare against people who wronged you. It's internal transformation. Every time you choose not to react, you're building self-control. You're strengthening your discipline muscle. You're proving to yourself that you're in charge of your emotions, not the other way around. And that self-mastery bleeds into every area of your life. You become harder to shake, harder to manipulate, harder to break. You become the kind of person who can receive bad news and stay calm. Who can face obstacles without panicking? Who can endure pressure without cracking? This is the ultimate revenge because it makes you anti-fragile. Things that would destroy normal people make you stronger. Criticism that would devastate others bounces off you. Betrayal that would leave most people bitter leaves you wiser. You're no longer playing the same game as everyone else. You've evolved beyond it. And one day, maybe years from now, you'll cross paths with someone who wronged you. They'll try to engage. They'll try to get a reaction, even a small one, and you'll look at them with complete neutrality. No anger, no pain, no satisfaction, just indifference. And in that moment, they'll understand. They'll see that they truly don't matter. That whatever power they thought they had over you is gone. That you're so far beyond where they left you that the gap is uncrossable. That's closure. Not the closure they give you. The closure you give yourself. The best revenge is no reaction, because it forces everyone else to react to you, to your growth, to your success, to your transformation. You become the standard, the benchmark, the example. And the people who doubted you, they become cautionary tales. Stories you tell about what happens when you let toxic people go and focus on yourself. They become footnotes in your autobiography, brief mentions in a chapter you barely remember. This is how you win, not by destroying them, by building yourself so completely that destruction isn't necessary. They self-destruct watching you rise. They crumble under the weight of their own regret. They live with the knowledge that they had access to greatness and threw it away. And you live free, unburdened, powerful, peaceful, focused, unstoppable. No reaction isn't weakness. It's the ultimate display of strength. It says you value your energy too much to waste it on people beneath you. It says you're confident enough in your path that detours don't distract you. It says you understand that time is finite and spending it on revenge is spending it poorly. It says you're a builder, not a destroyer, and builders inherit the earth. So the next time someone disrespects you, remember this. Your silence is your statement. Your progress is your proof. Your peace is your power. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them watch from a distance as you become everything they said you couldn't be. And when they finally realize what they lost, when they finally understand the magnitude of their mistake, you'll be so far gone that their regret can't reach you. That's the best revenge. Not because you planned it, because you earned it. Through discipline, through focus, through the decision to value yourself more than you value their validation or their demise. You chose you, and that choice changed everything. The best revenge is no reaction. Not because they don't deserve your wrath, but because you deserve your peace. And peace, real peace, only comes when you stop letting people who hurt you control your emotions, your time, your energy, your life. Take back your power. Stay silent. Stay focused. And watch what happens when you become too powerful to be bothered by people who are beneath you. That's not arrogance. That's self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of everything great you'll ever build.